Okay, we're back. Looks like I got the game back online. I don't know what happened there. It did something. Whatever the game did when it crashed, it did something to my video feed where both of my monitors were like on top of each other, some kind of weird crap. I couldn't really control anything with it except what you saw me do. I ended up having to reboot the computer to get it back going. So let's go ahead and do these helps for the guys. And let's look and see if I got it. Okay, we got a pull here. Everything else looks like I got caught up. Okay, so we're gonna engage with the invasion stuff. We're gonna get our cube, put our armada set up in here, and we're gonna go up there. I could use any of my G6 ships, but the cube does the job, so why not? Let's look for a little bit, put a little bit more punch there. Put a jockle in there. Okay, so let's go into. Should have at least one. I didn't see. I've made two pulls. There's a chance I could have got a full pull, and I think I had a half of a pull from the last time. So there could be a chance I got two, but I'm doubting that. Uh, just because of the way that they do stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go in here, set the course. I don't think I would have engaged with this mechanic at all, except for this part, if I hadn't showed you guys some crewing options for the invasion hostiles last night. Because I hadn't planned on even doing any of it, because I was kind of angry that won't they won't keep their promise on reducing the cooldown from the scrap, and they continually use Syndicate XP in the SMS instead of the loot for the store. Because I know I'm not the only one in the game that has the Syndicate XP maxed out. There's a bunch of people on my server that do. So anytime there's an event that has Syndicate XP as a payout, that there's nothing we can do in that event that really. Some people, some guys are continuing to do it, saying it'll stack up. So when they introduce the new levels, it will automatically tier. Well, big deal. Uh, that was never a big player in my game anyway. I just did it because it was daily drips on it, and we got flooded on it with all the events here recently. Let's see. Yeah, I only got one. I'll have one tomorrow when I make the pull. And this is all. This is as much as I'm engaged with this stuff because I'm not. I don't. The second one I ended up buying directives because we were so close to completing. Because there's okay. I got some loot there. Let's go ahead. Do I? Yeah, that didn't even charge. Doesn't even charge my uh, cube anymore. Let's go ahead and fly it back. We're done. Let's see if that gives me anything in the store I can buy. I doubt it. Now it will give me a pull for DeMarco probably. It, let's see. Did it give me anything in the store? I can get a DeMarco shard, but let's see how far away I'm from. This is what I really want. I don't think I'll get there, so I'll just have to let it roll the next time. Let's see. We need to pull that box up here to get the extra loot. I'm hoping we can make a pull. Let's see. Can we? Okay, that gave me a bunch. That'll give me enough to get some galactic acclaim. But look, yeah, that's so stupid. I'm short on making a pull in here. God. All right, let's go in the store and make the one pull that we can. How much is this? Too much and not enough. That makes me mad. I didn't get enough to make a pull in that on the main thing. That's so stupid. Okay, let's see what happened there. Okay, let's look through the refinery, see while we're waiting for it to fly back. Can make those. I don't know if I want to right now. Well, I got 12. Let's go ahead and make that pull. Forbidden Tech. I got enough to make a rod pull. Okay, let's see if I got enough to make that switch I was wanting to do. Um, no, but not even close to it. Yeah, I guess I am close to it. I'm like a day's pull. Tomorrow I can do it. Trying to see. Well, keep it in my alliance chat so there's something going. I'm waiting for my friend to come online so we can do some polys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put my PvP. Today it's Federation for that event. And we'll be able to finish the event tonight. We're just going to have to make some runs. And we'll just go in there and pound them because we don't have to. We're not kind of bound by just hitting 70s and 71s like we would our daily. Okay, so let's go ahead and put Janeway back here in the doctor there. Janeway. Doc. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and put my crew back in this one. Minus Jockholm. I got him in the other one, I think. All right. Let's head to Federation space. All right, we're going to go into. So they got two systems. Now this one right here has those new transports that are unbeatable, unless you got one that's over 100 billion epic or cube. So that's not an option. So let's go here first. I haven't reset my jumps yet. I may, on the way back when I get through, I may have to move the base up here to make it where I don't have to use so many jump juice. Or it just don't matter. Just pull, hit as many as you can. As soon as I get 100 on this thing, I'm going to go ahead and that one's going to make it where I can do it. And there's a bunch of 71s in this system. Where is this when I want to do my dailies? You know, when you don't care, it's full of these ships, you know, when you just want to hit hostiles to clear the event, and they're all over the place. Let's see if there's any more. There's a 70 there. We'll put that there. There's a bunch over here. Let's see if we can find another. Trying to find another 69s. There we go. So I can use a cutting beam on him. Huh. Let's go ahead and use it on this one then. We'll be able to blast it in 2 blasters, but we're getting so full of this, I don't really know which one. Okay. I might have already finished the damn event already. I gotta find this one here that I got almost ready to be the first 71 I popped. Use the cutting beam. That should be enough to put it over the top. Let's see, come on. Oh, it had hit one. It's going traveling. Go ahead and put that one on. That one. That should get it. And then we got a set at 69 right here as soon as it charges it back up. I don't know if it'll make it before it dies. We might get away with one trip here. Yeah, I was gonna do some stuff with that chaos tech. Then I found out that the prize is Syndicate XP. So whatever I got, I got. I just got a bunch of loot for my ship, though. You know. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got that. What happened there? Why am I not scoring? Oh, don't tell me it's got to be when we have certain players in the damn. Ah, damn it. Oh, I didn't push the join. Damn it. Okay, we'll come back here and do it again. Mm. Well, we'll probably get our Klingon daily done at least. Because I remember I skipped it last night because of the. Yeah, I've got this one will clear that out. Let's go into Shannon. Ah, can't believe I did that. All right, let's get back at it. Okay, let's just start killing stuff. So it doesn't really matter if it's You want the 70s, of course, but just whatever's close. At least it's helping my treasury. Let's see, there's another 70 down here. Where's it going? All right, let's go back here. I'll wait till it does those two, then I'll come back and see where. See what's in here. There's a 71 up there. I hope it didn't do what I just think it did. No, it did make it where I can do it again. Sometimes it won't give you any credit for that. I got a couple of these I can pop. Yeah, it's dead. It didn't. It killed it, but it's not showing it's dead. That's what I was talking about a while ago. I'll just tell it to kill everything it can. I don't see any 70s around. Maybe it'll queue some up. There's one that spawned. Probably gonna have to make one more run up here. I don't think I'm going to get all I need. I would have if I would have remembered to push the damn button a while ago. That really sucks. That one's already dead, but I want to try it. Nope. Try that one here. Maybe I didn't get to it in time. Okay. Let's see if I got all of them. Let's see how close we are to finishing it. Because when we do, we'll be done with the whole thing. We need one more milestone. Then we'll get this. I don't need, but I do need. I want that. Yeah, I wish it would convert it into infinity. Then I would just that'd be a put me really close. All right, we're in there. There's a 71 right off the back. I want over the weekend I watched that new Suits series with Stephen Amell. I thought it was kind of a mixed bag. I kind of like the original series a little bit. It wasn't uh, is one that I actually watched more on the band than I ever watched it live per se. Thought it was okay, but will Stephen Amell ever be on a series where he doesn't have flashbacks? It felt like if we were watching Arrow 2.0, but he was a lawyer instead of a vigilante because it kept uh, showing his life in New York versus his life in Calif- California. It was just like Arrow 2.0. I'm like, dude, do you have to? Does every series you get be in, that you're in? Because they actually did that in Heels as well, where they kept doing flashback to when his dad was alive and he was a younger version of himself. Uh, does that a contract demand that Stephen Amell has that whatever series is, they're always going to do a flashback where he plays a younger version of himself. uh, I mean, I like Stephen Amell a lot. I loved Arrow for most of the time. There was a while where it got stupid, but that first season was really, really good. And then it got dumb for like season 2 to season 3, where I can't kill anybody because of my friend. Dude, you're a vigilante. You need to put an arrow in somebody's ass every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And and they kind of did that with the comic. They did a comic book run where Arrow was like a real PC character, Mr. Environment and everything like that. But I don't think that was the original take of the comic. I was not a big Arrow reader when I was a kid. I was always Batman was always my favorite. I read some Superman and Spider Man, but uh, now older I enjoyed reading Frank Miller's version of Daredevil and some other things. Frank Miller, um, for the most part, everything that he's done has been really good with those characters. kind of redefined the characters once because he did Batman. Batman's origin story is since then has always come from Frank Miller's version. Because I don't think in the earlier versions his parents died. It was the reason why he went and did what he did. I don't think they're. I don't think that like the two original men who uh, gave us most of what we know about Batman originally either had a back end story why he was Batman. But hey, Taco, how you doing, man? But yeah, Batman's always my favorite. I'd hope if I'd ever a multi-billionaire, I would I would make myself Batman, especially if I owned a defense uh, industry, whatever, you know. But I love Batman. Ever since I was a little kid, he was always my favorite. I love Spider-Man too. Spider-Man was really cool. I kind of got that. I got into Spider-Man when I was in my teens, maybe a little bit. But I've always loved Batman from when I was a little kid. I was always put a towel on and with like a cape and pretend I was Batman when I was little. And I am on 74. So your op 62 just went through the server merge today. Well, that can be cool and it can't be cool. It just depends uh what it does to the dynamic. Uh, when we merged with 74, I used to be on 75 was the original server we were on. We we were very war focused PvP. We we would have fights over the territory, and we'd have fights over the row. Um, these guys are all the guys on 74 are all farmers, and I've had to push against back against that ever since I came over here. The one thing is with the alliance I'm in now, they kind of well, first kind of went into the fold to try to just like stupid crap like this is where they'll instead of back in the day, um, we used to have enough alliances where this was bloody war for these spots in here. Um, Now they go into Discord and decide what territory we're gonna get. Now we threw a monkey wrench because the these two servers wanted this deal instead of going for this because we actually went for this territory and dropped it and made it look like we are going for this, and then we went for this one. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to really throw a wrench in in the deal. I wanted us to drop that one or the one at the bottom and take this one and then take that one because these little farmers got to have their the three spoke system so they can mine. I would have loved to have taken them both, but I got overruled. I mean, put it this way, I wasn't in the minority of my guys that wanted to do it. It was just the people who decide the crap didn't want to do it. Uh, I wanted to cause as much chaos as possible because we haven't really had that anymore uh, since we merged. these guys on 74, they had wars with rules. Like you couldn't hit anybody in 5-star space. That they had. Can you believe that crap? They had rules, and then they had rules about going in each other's territory for OPC hunting and stuff. That was almost the first big blow up that we had when we went over. But they knew where they were going to lose because there was two. Like I said, this when we merged with them, it was like first contact with the Klingons, for the Federation, and because we went against them in incursions like 3 times and just completely destroyed them, and they're the only server that 75 went 3-0 against because we got guys on our server that uh, that won't move and shield. And but the only problem was we merged with a server that was worse than we were. Yeah, I mean, like when it was one of these smaller, one of these lower servers do incursions with us, we automatically raise their economy to they might be in the billions of resources in most of the stations. Now they're in the trillions, because we got so many dumbasses that won't shield and move. Could be a rogue and hit everything. Yeah, there could be somebody to do that. I mean, it depends what you call rogue. If there's like every once in a while, I'll get tired of all the alliance crap and I'll just go solo for a while. But there are rare instances wherever I'll go hunting minors. I used to do it for OPC when I was under 60. Over 60, it doesn't make any sense because the damage you would do to your Selkie doesn't outweigh the exchange rate from the raw to the actual resource, whether it be mat or your Sigma. It just doesn't. I could fill that damn thing, and I'm not going to get enough to cover my repair bill. You know what I'm saying? So there's no benefit. Now, every once in a while, when we go to war, I'll go up there and hunt some of their ships for that reason. But far as like when I was a 5G and 4G player, I rarely mined except for my daily. Went and got it. I hunt OPC all the time, but that took a whole big part of my game out. Is when I went up to 61 and I found out, hey, there's really no point to hunt OPC anymore because I'm doing more. I'm putting myself in a hole, taking because number one, even these ships, even though mine are higher too, I got the 658. The 68 ships. Whoops, what am I doing that for? Um, I got the 68 ships, and even them. Here's my highest tiered one. Um, we go to it. I was gonna see what kind of upgrades I do on it. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, I can hold 2.5 there. That's one of the better ones. But uh, we go into the refinery, and luckily I've got ones that I can make a pull so you can see. So uh, let's say that would be equal to my Silky completely full. Say I went there and hit 5 ships completely, uh, filled up the whole cargo hold. That's about the same as my big uh, Garshnar there. So look how much I would get. See that that would that wouldn't that that wouldn't cover the repair cost for the silk, for my ship right here. Uh, I don't think I have one for, because I don't mine it anymore. I just go ahead and uh, exchange what I got over there because uh, now I did when I was in my mid 60s. I mined the shit out of those uh, resources here, but I can show you the box. So a little bit less than my full hull. I got a chance at 3 of these boxes, and most of the time it's going to be, and probably if say if my hull is almost completely gone, that even if I got lucky and pulled this one, that would be close to what it would cost me to repair. So it once you get into even though I don't like it because all these guys think that there's some kind of gentleman agreement. The only reason I'm not OPC hunting in space, six 6G space, is that it's not profitable. But it's just not, because you end up spending more repairing the ships than you would actually get in the long run. And I hate that aspect. I wish we'd do something with the refinery where it would make it bust, because I would spend a lot of time searching these systems looking for people OPC to pop. But it's just not. It's kind of a lost leader thing. You could, for basically, the only reason to do it now is to be an a-hole. Plus, it would cause major drama on our server if I started going in there hunting OPC. But I don't really care about that. But there'd be some farmers in my alliance would be really upset because then it would put their precious ships under the gun. um, yeah, I would make some enemies for sure. I can tell you, but I honestly I don't care. I wouldn't care about that one single bit. That's not what's stopping me not doing it. It's just that there's no I don't like to play dumb. Dumb you want to piss me off more than ever when I see some of my teammates play dumb. I'd rather have a low player that's trying than a higher player that plays stupid. Uh, what time is it getting to be? I might need to put these out here in a minute. No, it's only 3 o'clock. What's going on? What is my sister? Tyler's Tyler's playoff game. Well, I don't get to go to that. My sister texts me. I don't know why my phone didn't go off. I'm not. I gotta tell them that I gotta work tomorrow. I don't know why they don't know that. I'm working tomorrow and Friday. My only chance to have been able to see him was today if they had a game. I'm working tomorrow and Friday. My only chance to see him play in the game would have been today. That's my nephew and my sister. My little nephew, he's 5. He's playing coach pitch baseball, and they got their playoffs going right now. We had we had big time rain here in the Dallas area, so their game today got rained out. So they were telling me when they're going to play their game instead. But yeah, it was pretty intense rain, especially not last night, but the night or Sunday night. It rained enough Sunday night that it called off a game for a couple of days. I'll let them know so they could contact their coach to find out if they're going to play because they had went to Florida last Thursday and was going to come back just for the game today. But okay, we should have got some. We should have cleared both of those events. Oh, I got one more. I thought I finished it. Basically, got one hospital hit. I think it. No, two. I'm not gonna go back. I don't want to waste no jump juice for two. So I'm gonna take it into a non-hazard system. Or let me go in here and see how close I am to making that. I could go up there and do a couple of tell you what, it'll be easier to do. Okay, the first place that you can go up here and dock is this place. This is about the hot. This is like the highest system that you can actually dock. So I'm gonna send it up there and just let it fly. I'm gonna dock up there, and later tonight I'm gonna do some G6 solo armadas. But even when we would have like a higher player that would do that, you just have to avoid them. But the only thing with 70, somebody's a 70. There's not a lot you can do with their ships unless you have another 70 player that can go up there and handle him. But so the best thing to do is you see him come into a system, you think he's going to hit your ship, get out of there. But I have hit a handful of G 70 players with my 66 rares, but that's not the norm. Those were both guys that didn't do any research, or their 70 ship was very low tiered. But that's like 5%. I would say your chances are worse than going against the augment hostile on that. Which I have beat it once. Believe it or not, guys, I beat it once. But it wasn't by design. It was when the game was broke a couple of weeks ago, where the game was when you'd go into a system and it would show zero warp and get stuck. He'd reset the game, and most of the time it was dead going into that augment system. But one time it survived, which shocked me. I'm like, where? I wonder why that hostile never came out. And then I looked in my after I stopped that one finally came, and I stopped it and I looked in my box, down here at the. I saw that I had beaten one, but I've been up in that hostile, up there in that 68 hostile space, probably about 70 times. And that's the only time I ever beat it. I don't try, but there are times in the game where, especially when I was trying to get the ship up there and set it up at work or something, or even here when somebody called me on the phone or something, and I'd lose track of time and find my ship dead. But I have. Oh man, we got that code 5 thing happening again. Damn it, that's not good. That is not good, guys. I'm gonna clear localization. Hope that helps. Probably won't though. I mean, the hell, I should go back through here and edit all the bugs I saw today. All right, we could just kill about 6 of these and be done with it. I brought the wrong ship out. But when we clear this last milestone, we got to have a hard decision on what to do with those, with that loot. Because I don't think I have anybody that's close. Why is it not scoring that event? Oh, there it goes. Lag. I figured it should have been done by then. And now that should. Why did it not? That should have got the last milestone for this one too. I guess lag. I think it's just lagging big time. Okay, let's count. I got all four of them sitting there. It should be done. See, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Each of them's worth 100. They should have hit that milestone there. That's some extreme lag. Oh, we did our Chimeras. That one's done. Oh, wave defense. It don't really matter where you're at location wise. I'm kind of afraid to do a wave defense or the way it's acting. I think I'll go ahead and move out of here. Even though I was going to stay here and wait until for tonight and do some mining and to hit those G6. But that whole error 5 thing popping up, and and it didn't give me my last credit on that last milestone. Kind of worries me. I mean, the game's been crappy all day for performance wise, but it looked like it was getting better. That's the reason why I came on. Now I'm about to see if I can. Now I'm going to go on Discord. That's way too long. Okay, I'm going to take some screenshots while we're sitting here. Okay, dude. Okay, let's see who's on available today. Pretty much everybody. Let's see who I want to use though. Let's see, let's do her. Okay. Made the first screenshot, and I'm going to make the second one. I finished all the events, and it's not giving me credit for the... Oh, it just did. Never mind. It just gave me credit right before I took this shot. Comma. It was like 15 minutes worth of lag. So hopefully when we get back to this, it's gonna be right there. There we go. All right, so now I got the hard decision what to do with that. I mean, it's a good decision to have, but what did I get? Did I get some more? I need to look and see who, go in the office and see who I can pull, because I've got enough to make a few rare pulls and just maybe a couple of epic. So let's go into our officer. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I don't think I have anybody that's really close that I want to use it on. I almost just want to throw it into Mirror Picard or DeGault because I'm working on both of those. I'm gonna look really hard, make sure that I'm not close on one of these. I can maybe tear up today. Nothing's jumping out at me, but because I'm kind of, that's what I did the whole time during this whole. He's really close, but I used to use Harrison a lot back in the early days. I haven't. Yeah, like back in the early days, I can remember when Harrison and, let me find her. Her. That they were like big players in PvP. This is strike before strike team strike team days. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and just, I think I'm just gonna use them on Degot. But just because I'm not close to I mean, I would like to maybe even put it on her with her because of how hard she is to source. But I don't know if it'd be, should I, because there's not a really good place to source her right now, except for that uh, new mechanic. Now I'm making pulls every day for the God. I think that's where I'm gonna put it. I didn't think there was no way I ever thought I would be using some for it, but I know where I'm gonna put it because I'm also working on him as well. Mariachi Q. I'll get a bunch of shards. Oh, that's Phil Marshall Q. I don't want Phil Marshall Q. I want Mariachi Q. There we go. And that gets him almost to under 100. So like I could almost buy one of those packs and finish them if I wanted to, but the ones in the store are only right now. The ones in the store are only 100,000. You would need 13, 13,200 to get 100 pulls, and that would put me right into it. Well, back when they had them at those 160 packs in there, that tears Marriott's queue out. But the two ones I'm working in the X Borg, no, I mean Section 31. There's in Section 31. I'm working. I made those last pull for Miss Q this morning. But if you look at the ones I do have that I'm working on, is going to be is him and him. That just got me a lot closer to finishing him. Yeah, that's a new loot. All right, let's try wave defense. I usually go ahead and I used to just change my put my rares in there, but I like the speed out of that second um, Kretschna in there. Okay, let's change our cruise. There we go. Why he's doing that today? If he waits 2 days, he can use it in the event. I hope these aren't broke because I could use the loot. Now for the event, I need to do either these two, and the 60s elite are brutal. I don't my believe it or not, my ships aren't tiered up high enough to survive to the end. And it's doing this again. Okay, let's do this. Is it not going to let me? See, this is what it was doing the other day. I'm going to have to see if it'll let me bring the... Did something just then. Just let me do this, but it won't let me switch to my main screen up here. Let's try escape. I'm doing okay. Let's see if it does it. Let me change any other screen. No. I'm trying to see if I can change to any screen. If I can get another screen, I can maybe get clear localization. Okay, so I'm gonna have to force quit it again. Force quit and hope that Yeah, it's doing the same thing. It's got my it's got my video mixed up. It's got my this is the screen that I'm using for it's got that one on here. So let's see if I can do it from down here. No, it won't let me get my own. Okay, guys, uh, I give up. This is like uh, I'm gonna have to reboot my computer a second time. I'm not gonna come back on the stream. It's just the game's just too unstable right now. Sorry about that. We'll try to do it another time. Until next time.